Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama, which literally translates into Guru is the creator, Guru is the preserver, Guru Dev is the destroyer, Guru is the absolute Lord himself. Salutations to that Shri Guru. Guru, which means gu, darkness, ru, remover, that is the dispeller of the darkness. Now, that was what the ancient sages believed in. But the modern gurus or the teachers are not just professionals. They are the chosen ones who had seen a calling in their service they do to the humanity. And I can prove this to you right here, right now. Okay, I'm hosting this event, as you have understood already, and I'm a teacher by heart and soul if you do not know that. The catch is not that. The catch is that I was not supposed to do it, but things transpired, and on the command of my dear Sapnaji and Sham sir, here I am, your host and host Shuchi from Bhopal, greeting you on this auspicious day of Rishi Panchami. So, no points for guessing. Everybody has understood that today's episode is dedicated to pay homage and gratitude to these God sent angels and at the same time invite and invoke the young people out there to realize the worth of this noble profession and be interested to pursue it by choice and not by chance. UBI, the platform of UBI, the team at UBI, we all at UBI believe in always realizing the fact that we must pay our humble homage and gratitude wherever it is due. And hence, today we have chosen this day of Rishi Panchami to express our heartfelt gratitude to the people who are known as teachers in any which way we consider them to be. So, without further ado, let us begin today's evening by calling our first participant, who by divine coincidence, mind you, it's not my doing, divine coincidence, is named Saraswati. Now, what a way to start. I didn't have a role to play in that. I'm just hosting. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Saraswati Poswal. She is a poetess, she's a teacher, principal last some 4 years back, but now she realized that she wants to be a full-time writer and an author. She has done a lot of poetry collection books like Musing Showers, Moon Mesmerizing, and also edited quite a lot of anthologies. She has written more than 2,000 poems. Mind it, my dear friends, more than 2,000 poems. And around 200 of them have been published already in national and international anthologies. She's won many awards. Now, she lives in Gurgaon, of course, or Gurugram, if you may call it, and she runs a platform named Sargam for literary interactions for poets and artists. So people who are in and around Gurugram, you know who is the best person to contact. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together when I present to you Miss Saraswati Poswal.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Thank you so much, Suchi, for giving such a wonderful description about me, though I'm just a simple person and a writer. Thank you so much, Sapna ma'am, for providing this platform for all of us. And every time it's a great opportunity for me, humble with the honor, Sham sir and the entire team of UBI. Thank you so much for honoring me and inviting me, giving me this opportunity to be here to recite my poem. So I will start with my poem without any disturbance. Okay. Thank you so much, Kuchi, once again. Very nicely you're taking up the platform. Thank you. Ode to Teachers. Ode to Teachers. This is the title of my poem. Ode to Teachers. Sometimes I look back at the teachers of my past Oh, to teachers, sometimes I look back at the teachers of my past, who were the shining lights that wore great big smiles, who were the shining lights that wore great big smiles like sunbeams. They supported us up when we stumbled. They supported us up when we stumbled, guided us through the tears, and cleared the mist that was blurring. Guided us through the tears and cleared the mist that was blurring the puzzles in our young minds when we were students. Humility was one of the gift. Humility was one of the gift they gave young ones. They, through their stories, set a good examples for us. They, through the stories, set a good examples for us. So we, to our peers, did the same, and thus we expressed our inward thanks. So we, to our peers, we did the same, and thus we expressed our inward thanks by laughing together in the classrooms. The flame was set in our hearts. We found motivation words striving for. We found motivation words striving for. I recall these moments with the personification. I recall these moments with the personification in their words, the warmth and their belief in us, where there was at least one gem to remember from each teaching, from where there was the least one gem to remember for each teaching. Each obstacle became an experience to dwell. Each obstacle became an experience to dwell. Thank you, dear teachers, for the wisdom you shared. Thank you, dear teachers, for the wisdom you shared, for the know-how you passed on that shines brighter. For the now, how you passed on that shines brighter, for the love that is still in our guiding light. For the love that is still in our guiding light in the upcoming journey we are taking in our own. In the upcoming journey we are taking in our own. This is the tribute for my teachers, those who gave so much of strength and words power to me. And I try to write the poetry for the society, and I hope you all like my poem. Thank you so much.
Very well said, Saraswati ji. And what wonderful tone you have set for this evening to proceed further. If you don't mind, may I ask you a simple question? Because you have been a teacher and you have progressed into other fields as well. So if I may ask you, me being a teacher, I'm always curious to know what other teachers feel. So what is one best thing about being a teacher? Suppose you had to pick only one best thing, not everything. One thing you have to choose. What is the best perk of being a teacher?
Teachers, they try to stand with the children, thinking that they are also mine. And in their worst situation, I feel, standing with them to uplift them. That's the main task of the teacher, and I prefer to be that every time. Not being the upgoing moments, you can share the kids, you can help them up. Yeah, you are always there. But when the child is low and they need more pamperness and that they're low time, you need to pamper them and you have to make them strong, because every child is a special, every child has a talent, and you have to be there with them for those low moments of those children, or the talent which is hidden in them. You uplift them by standing with them at every time, looking like your own child. That's the main task of a teacher, I prefer, and all the children will be the best future for our world if we can do that.
Thank you so much, Saraswati ji, for your kind words. And of course, I agree with you. And that is why probably the Indian society basically believes that the second parents of the child are the teachers. Because people who can be selfless, people who can be always there for them. So thank you so much, Saraswati ji, for your thoughts. Please stay in the program and let us hear other people as well. So now I come to another friend of mine. She's sweet, she's beautiful, and she's a friend. So I am introducing, I am biased, of course, because she's a friend. So I am saying these sweet words for her. I present to you Miss Tanu Bhargav. She's a writer, she's a poet, she's an anchor, dancer, a singer, and more than that, she's a competitor. I'm always jealous of her and I'm always scared of her. She has published various poems, articles, stories. A lot of magazines and newspapers have her name. She's a lot of certificates in literature and art she has received from different organizations, and she's certified by Gold Book of World Records for participating in the longest Jan Ramayan Akhand Kavyarchan, the online poetry that lasted for 26 hours and 4 minutes. Now, her book on women's guide to personal finance going to hit the market this year as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, my fierce competitor, somebody I'm extremely jealous of, please put your hands together for Tanu Bhargav.
Thank you, Suchi. Thank you so much. The words that you expressed to honor me, I'm a very simple person. From the bottom of my heart, I first of all thank you for inviting me in such a beautiful way. Thank you, UBI, Shyam sir, Sapna ji, for giving me the opportunity to be the part of this event, Teachers Special. Now, UBI has become a family for me, and I'm very lucky that I am here. Without wasting the time, I'll go with my poem. The topic of my poem is Teachers, My Guide. I owe this poem to all the teachers, my parents, my teachers, and all the persons who I met till today. All are my teachers, because every day we are learning small things from everybody, especially the kids. Now they have become our teachers. In the maze of learning, vast and wide. In the maze of learning, vast and wide, you are the beacon, my trusted guide. You are the beacon, my trusted guide. Through lessons dense and questions deep, in your wisdom, my dreams take leave. In your wisdom, my dreams take leave. You hold the map of worlds unknown. You hold the map of worlds unknown. In every challenge, seeds are sown. In every challenge, the seeds are sown. With patience, rich and insight clear, you help me see what's far and near. With patience, rich and insight clear, you help me see what's far and near. Your voice, a compass through the strife, points to path that shape my life. When shadow fall and doubts arise, when shadow falls and doubts arise, your guidance is the light I prize. Your guidance is the light I prize. In moments dark, you lead me through. In moments dark, you lead me through with gentle strength and vision true. A mentor's heart, a steady heart. A mentor's heart, a steady hand. You help me grasp and understand. You help me grasp and understand. Through every lesson, every quest, you bring out my very best. A guide whose wisdom ever shines. In every word, your care defines. In every word, your care defines. So, here is my thanks, both deep and wide, for being always my side. Teachers, my guide, my beacon bright. You turn the dark into the light. You turn the dark into the light. Thank you.
Very well spoken, Tanu. As always, you never fail to surprise me. Always are very ethical with your words. I was just wondering that would you agree with me if I say that this is a time of transition the world is facing? A lot of values are changing, a lot of society institutions are changing. So if I may ask you, using this platform, that why do you think the young people these days do not aspire to be a teacher? When you ask a child, they'll want to be a doctor, they'll want to be an engineer, an astronaut, an entrepreneur, even a startup they would have in mind. But rarely would you find a child saying, I want to be a teacher. It might happen at a very young age, but as the age progresses, young people don't want to be a teacher. Why? Why do you think like that?
Yes, very right, Shuji. It's a very alarming situation. We can say that whenever we ask a kid, what do you want to be? They always say a doctor or an engineer. Maybe because the parents are giving up that time, that vision that they want their child to be a doctor or engineer. They are not focusing that you can be a teacher also, because teacher is a very noble job. It is a very respectable job, but the parents are not taking them to they are not putting that light, that what this particular role plays in your life. So kids are only thinking where their parents are putting them, where the parents wants them to be. They are not using their vision. And the second, one more thing is also over here, the respect what we used to pay to our teachers is somewhat missing in these kids, because they are not respecting their teachers, so they also don't want to be a teacher. That is a major thing that is happening. We were seeing our teacher as a guru who is guiding us, who is teaching us. We were praying for them, but we see that now the kids, they are taking casually. For them, teachers are a casual thing. That can be also a point, because they don't want to go in that line.
Very well spoken, Tanu, very well. And I think that I will use Tanu's words to invite all the adults watching this program across the globe. The parents out there, please understand, if you are searching, you search on internet, you do a lot of research, and then you admit your child because you want the best teacher for yourself, your child.
Yes.
But what about
Yes.
the next
But
child
you
who
don't
has
want
to come
your
after
child to be
your
a
child?
teacher.
So please do understand that the teaching community cannot end with us. We
Correct.
need more to follow, and we need to shape the future leaders. So parents, one more responsibility lies with you. Not only do you look for good teachers, inspire your children to be good teachers. Thank you so much, Tanu. I'll
Thank you.
now
Thank
proceed
you. All the
further
best.
with the yeah, thank you so much. I need the all the best today because of these stalwarts today. I'm already very, very nervous. I hope I do justice to what their personalities are. Taking further the evening, ladies and gentlemen, the audience across the globe, I am sure that by now UBI has set the tone of this event, that it is not a mere open mic, spoken word, or a poetry program. It's a seed for thought. This program, when you're listening to the compositions of these stalwarts, please spare some moments, reflect, introspect, and think about this grave issue of the teaching learning community, which is going through such a huge transition. Think about it and let this one episode be a game changer in the society. I think, being a teacher, I cannot leave expecting from people. So I will expect that this event will also reflect and will ask you to introspect. Moving ahead, we have our third participant, Dr. Rakesh Chandra. He is a former civil servant who has completed his PhD in law from Lucknow University. He's a poet by heart, and his 4 collections of English poems titled Moon is Black, Circle of Life, The Sunset Musings, On the Wings of Clouds, and one of the collections of Hindi poems titled Mere Shehar Mein. These all have been released. He has a book on Rekha Chitra, which is Be Chehre Wale Log. So his English poems as well as his Hindi collections, his Rekha Chitra, all these things, he's a multifaceted personality, and he is taken with a lot of repute and honor in the realm of poetry, journals, and newspapers. So he has authored quite a few books on law as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be ready to listen to certain wise and certain sane words from Dr. Rakesh Chandra, all the way from Lucknow. Sir, all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. My first poem is an acrostic poem. That means T-E-A-C-H-E-R. Every line begins with the first letter. Like T, the title of the poem is The Teacher. The first line starts with a T. the one who has the unlimited vision. Then comes word E, efficiently chisels wood into sculpture. Then third word is A, absolutely humble in his approach, characterizing our ancient culture. He is the torch bearer extraordinary. Everything he explains with alacrity. Readily he adopts the ideas new. Surely he is matched by only a few. Actually, it was poem on Teacher's Day. So that's 3 words remaining. Day after day, he repeats the drill, approaching students with same vigor. Year after year, we praise the teacher. That is all about the teacher. And one poem for that is in a lighter vein, I had written during my university days. Actually, along with doing my master's from Lucknow University, I went for learning South Indian languages from School of South Indian Languages in Lucknow. So I was studying Tamil. So there was one teacher who, about his personality, you will guess this is in lighter vein poem, if you like it. The title is My Teacher. No, it was not the blast, nor the lion roared. No, it was not the blast, nor the lion roared. Here is Mr. Tyagarajan standing near the board. With a naughty smile on the lips, his glances are afloat. Beware Khalis, beware Usha, your scourge is not remote. Bhai Sahab has a festive time. Let the question sally forth, if what the reply is secured with a highly sarcastic note. Let the lies clip their wings. Let the lies clip their wings and the trickery be slumbered. Before his wondrous memory, the computer is lackluster. Words sprout from his lips, showing a rhythm indeed. He does not stand erect, but teaches with a treat. That's my tribute to Mr. Tyagarajan. I don't know where he is, but his memory is still with me. Thank you, man.
That's what is the impact of a teacher. It's lifetime impact. No teacher, we all would, I think, will agree with it, or the audience and the participants, that when we talk about our favorite teacher, or we think about a teacher we had all never forgotten, we always will have a name to say. It is very rare. It's very rare if you will meet a person who will not have a favorite teacher. It's a very difficult thing to actually look for a person. So they will come with fond memories. They will maybe come with embarrassing memories, but there will be memories. So teachers have this everlasting influence. Sir, if I may ask you, considering your wealth of experience in the field and otherwise, seeing that you have seen so much of life, so do you think that the role of teacher has changed over the period of time?
The very first impression that comes into my mind is the teacher has become now a profession. It is a job. First thing is, and in our province in Uttar Pradesh, a new concept was Shiksha Mitra. That is a person who is holding, who has just passed 8th class or in high school and is living in the village. He is being appointed as a part-time teacher. So this is the first thing there, and there are, you see, 60,000 vacancies is still vacant in the only one province of teacher, and lakhs of students are appearing for that exam. That means it has become only a job. Teacher is a very big word. It is not a, you see, a hollow word. But when it becomes a job, then the result is everybody to see. Second thing is that this is true in almost all the provinces of India, that teachers have the least time for teaching. They are involved in every kind of work, from elections to census operations to family planning to everything. So they find hardly any time to teach the students. That is the real tragedy of, you see, matter. Otherwise, teacher is a concept, immortal concept that can't be diluted, that will never be diluted. only if our governments also think in that fashion also.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are right, very right. You have been in the bureaucracy, so you of course know what has gone wrong where. And the people concerned, the administration, the bureaucracy needs to understand that the creative pursuit of a teacher should not be killed by the clerical work. That's not what teachers are supposed to be doing. So we teachers are the gurus. They have to dispel the darkness, the ignorance, the unawareness of the children, not to tabulate the data and provide the Excel files. I hope, I mean, even my management is listening to that. Thank you so much, sir, for saying those kind words. Please stay with us and bless us with the forthcoming performances. Taking the evening further, I'll introduce to you our fourth participant for the day. She's from the land which is resplendent in the art and culture, a land where every second person is an artist, maybe, probably, the land of Bengal. So I am introducing you from Kolkata, Miss Somdatta Mitra. She's a published writer and poetess, a teacher, a painter, an entrepreneur, a co-author in more than 1,500 anthologies. My God, and she has a lot of records to her name, like world record in poetry for longest patriotic poem she has written for India, longest prayer in English, and a longest fairy tale. Now, only a teacher can do these kind of records, because this much of persistence and patience, my dear friends, only teachers have. So, several other national and international awards for her poetry recital, poetry writing competitions, and even painting. So, she had been felicitated with India Icon Awards, Rabindranath Tagore Memorial Awards, Lost Pearl Feminine Awards, and she has a lot of credit to her name. Recently, she has released her debut solo book called The Spectrum of Emotions, which is Hope in Metamorphosis. She's also associated with ONU, which is a small wing of UNICEF, being a humanitarian and literary ambassador for India. So Miss Somadatta Mitra, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the platform of UBI, sharing her thoughts and opinions on the event of Teachers' Day today. Miss Somadatta Mitra.
Thank you so much, Shuchiji, for this wonderful, wonderful introduction and giving me this opportunity here to, raise my expressions. Before I get involved with the journey, I would like to relate 2-3 views that I have experienced within this very, very short, stay here in UBI. I wholeheartedly want to thank Sapna ma'am and Shamsundar sir for giving me this platform, also making me feel important as a member of UBI. So with that, I also felt that, like any other, platform, UBI is a garden of, thoughts for the bards who are all, here present with their performances along with me, my fellow poets. And they have also embellished this platform with their presence, with their performances, glorifying literature and poetry as as a part of art and as a part of knowledge. So here I begin my poetry, and this poem which I have written today on the theme teachers or teaching. It is devoted and dedicated to all the teachers in the world. It is not restricted to just only the teachers who have taught me. It's not that. It's for everyone who is a teacher in themselves. Like my parents are also a teacher who were the first teachers who taught me. So I dedicate this poem to them because their efforts, their sacrifices has given me a lot of confidence and courage to, bloom in the institution where I have really begun my journey for education. So the title I have given, and I want to relate to them with one word, that they are saints in themselves. So the title I have related this poem to is sense of education. The pilgrimage often instills a spiritual bliss. Teaching seems to me a pilgrimage as a noble gift. Like a helm, the teachers devote to their profession with dignity and much respect, inspiring the new generations, engendering morality to the mopes and the immutable hearts amidst an impediment. They are pioneers of education and research with probity for impartial caregiving, illustrious to their exploration to teach various subjects. Their experiments always imbue good spirits. Lumpen minds are carefully mentored with extra care and concern, with extra classes. Their enthusiasm to reform the desires seems angelic. Their iconic joie de vivre motivates students to be courteous, venerating diligence and methodical handling and dilettantism. Their forage caps are symbolic to passion and devotedness. Their consistent smiles are Genesis Koi for raising brave hearts and stalwarts. Thank you so much for listening to my poetry and giving me the, so much of valuable time to hear to my story. Thank you.
So, Soma ma'am, you don't only look beautiful, you speak beautiful as well. So, congratulations for that. I just wanted to know from you, if you have a minute, in a very short way, what Tanu said a couple of minutes earlier, that teachers have lost respect, right? So that is why parents don't want their children to be teachers. Do you think teachers have lost respect? Because I don't know, I'm a little doubtful. What is your take on that? Have teachers lost respect?
If you ask me as my personal experience, I would say yes. If you connect it to generalization, I have a doubt. I would say that because concerning me as a teacher, I have experiences with such incidents where I have faced and I have confronted parents who don't even understand what is the meaning of a teacher. I can tell you that. First and foremost, it is very important for individuals to understand the word teacher in their life. It's not that it's only restricted to them that they have studied under somebody. It's very important that they have to be conscious of the fact that they want their child to be growing under a tree of education and who will be grooming them. So this consciousness is very much are lacking in our society in the awareness of the parents. Like if I take a segment of the population of our country who are not educated, they did not get the privilege to get education properly, yet they dream that their children should be getting education and getting into a multinational company or into any kind of standard job. It may be in the government sector or in the private sector, where they will be blooming. So they do not have the opportunity to get education, yet they want their children to be getting into a significant arena. How will they connect to that stream? So such kind of voids have raised. Even I have seen parents who are educated, yet they are so busy that they do not want to connect to the factor that they have a responsibility at home, even after their children are getting education from an institution. That their attention towards their child is very important. So
I understand, Soma.
These kind of situations arise, these adversities sprout.
I understand that, Soma ma'am, because you being in the profession and seeing the people from diverse ethnicities, of course, must have faced certain situations, and I really, really respect that. Thank you so much, Soma Datta ma'am. So I am now going to take the evening further. And I think I might have blabbered a lot. So this time I'm going to introduce the participant very, very, in a very precise manner. And this is why, because she will speak for herself. She doesn't need me to speak for herself. I am introducing to you, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sangeeta Agrawal. She works in Delhi. She lives in Noida. Has her heart in trekking. She's an evolving poet, and she's very helpful. Like, we were in the green room and we were struggling with certain issues, and she offered help immediately, meeting us for the first time, but then she offered help. So that is what Dr. Sangeeta Agrawal is made up of. So I present to you Dr. Sangeeta Agrawal, who will speak for herself, and then we'll chit chat a little bit later, maybe. Sangeeta ji, all yours.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thanks, Suchiji, for such nice words. Happy good afternoon to the UBI Open Mic team and my fellow participants and dear viewers. My heartfelt thanks to Sapna ma'am and Shyam sir for providing me this station so that I may open my thoughts and I get heard. On the theme, the Teacher's Day. The title of my poem is The Learnings. Guru and Shishya Parampara is residing in India since ancient times, and Guru was worshipped next to God in those times. We all are aware of Kabirji's famous doha, Guru Gobind do khade, kake lagum paun, balihari Guru aapne, Gobind diyo bataya. A teacher comes next to parents who molds and shapes the future of students just out of their nests. A teacher is not just a preacher, but tries hard to bring out the disciples' best feature. The teachers sow the seeds of knowledge, competence, wisdom, and skills, charting out the creativity into life fulfilling and also that pay the bills. Another popular doha goes as Guru Kumhar, Sheesh Kumbh hai, gadi gadi kaade khot, antar haath sahar de, bahar bahe chur. I visualize a variety of guides in all forms of life to brighten our day-to-day world with timely insights. I learn endurance from trees, which are cut, cemented, uprooted, erased, but selflessly provide shades under their distorted shapes. I learn persistence from effortless flow of river and streams who keeps moving despite being breached and deviated, carrying along the dirty froth green, making their own path without screams and schemes. I learn resilience from the majestic mountains who stand tall and high with all might, in spite of getting drilled, blasted, and bereft of the foliage, green, facing the agony of floods and landslides. I learn beauty and vigor from flowers which are plucked to be weeded, and full blooms of soft fragrance gets cut short earlier. I learn hope and survival from every passing dusk and dawn, depicting that every darkness fades away with a new glow. I learn new possibilities and timely rest with waxing and waning moon, which sets the rhythm of mind and body in line with happiness profound. I learn to change gradually and calmly with every seasonal twist, embracing the heat and cold, wet and drought, whatever life brings. I learn humility and benevolence the Mother Earth exudes despite being robbed of her abundance and in wait to be rescued. I learn from the chirp and charm of birds who have built nests on lampposts and wires, adapting to the human settlements, but marvel in the murmuration, all scholars and disciplined perfection. I learn to be more peaceful and smile, watching the twinkle of dark skies by my sleepy eyes. I truly feel nature is the best teacher, sweet, clever, often dreadful, but a silent speaker. I learn purity of love in a toddler's innocent gaze. I learn all the time from affections and inflictions thrown by parents, friends, relatives, kids, enemies, colleagues that helps to navigate through a life more defined and refined. But in the end, a doubt lingers. Are we really educated and civilized? Is the knowledge shared? Well applied. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Very well articulated, Sangeeta ji. And now I think the audience must have realized why did I say that she'll speak for herself. She has such a bird's eye view The perspective is so wide and it provides a holistic understanding of the concept of learning from everywhere and anywhere. So congratulations, Sangeeta ji. We will take the evening further, and in case the time permits, I'll come back and I'll maybe probably ask you a simple question, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, proceeding further towards our last participant, I hope the UBI audience, they must have noticed that usually the format is 4 speakers and the host. This time it is 6 speakers and the host, because when it comes to teachers, abundance is the key word. Abundant in everything. So you can't have 4 people doing a Teachers' Day special. So we have 6 people today doing a Teachers' Day special. Now the next participant I'm going to invite, I'm very nervous to invite, because with her wealth of experience, she's very young. She's only 20 years old with 55 years of life experience. And she's a bilingual writer. She's published 2 books, गूंजे हमारी भारती, बचपन काश कहीं ठहर जाता, उनमें तो ठहरा ही है, पर उन्होंने फिर भी ये book लिखी. She has written poetries and articles in Hello Poetry, Amar Ujala, South Asian Times, Nirdaliya Patrika, and a lot of anthologies in English and Hindi. Now, but that is not what is special about her. What is special about her, being me biased UBI fan, that she was the recipient of our first UBI Marathon Award. UBI Marathon is one of the national events we hold on UBI platform, and she was our first winner. So that's why she's special to us. Otherwise, she has won Subhadra Kumari Chauhan Memorial Award, Vaishvik Sahitya Samman, Sahitya Akshat Samman, Sahitya Prabhashri Samman, and the list continues. So people, I am presenting to you an ever charming, extremely vivacious, and a very sane person to recite something out of her fabulous treasure, Miss Bhargavi Ravindra ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you said so much, and in so many words, I'm at loss what to say. Generally, I'm not at loss, because being a teacher, you're always talking. And whether you get audience or not, you're used to that. But today I'm speechless when you have told so much about me. And coming back to UBI is like a homecoming for me. I was never away from it. But like of late, little less interactive in social media. Maybe age is catching up. So I do my writing. There's no issue, but I take my own time. And then coming to Sapna, she will drag me from wherever I am, and I cannot say no to her. That is my weakness. So today I had some event where I had to go. So I cut short that event. I said nothing doing. I skipped my meal there. I said I rush back, and not only rush back, I have to tidy up myself to present myself here. So I was breathless, but I know that once I come here, it will be okay. And thank you, Sapna. And thank you, Shyam Sundar ji, for having me here and giving me this platform. And UBI always was special, and especially the name, United by Ink. So there are so many ways you unite, and we, like जो साहित्य में होते हैं, उनके लिए nothing better than this. So I was fascinated by this title, and that's how I got into UBI. And when talking of teachers, I heard so many things and about the teachers, and like we have grown up respecting our teachers, but the schools where I taught, it was KGF, like Kolar Gold Mines, which is almost closed now. And it was a very backward now. Once upon a time, it was like a land of gold. But slowly everything went away, and it was a very pathetic. The schools, though it was 100-year-old school where I was teaching St. Joseph Convent, it was a very sad sight to see the children not exposed to anything. So here, my take is, as a teacher, how I appeal to my students and how I would like to. So every day I would go prepared with some news to tell them, you see, and I used to tell them, today I am standing on a platform and you are looking up to me, but a day should come when I should look up to you. You'll grow so tall, not only in the height and everything, in the stature too. So for a teacher, it's nothing more rewarding than to see your ward. And when you say, hello, sir, hello, doctor, hello, engineer, so your heart swells with pride. So at this age, even today, when the children say, ma'am, you were very strict, I take it as a compliment, because I was strict and they were able to do whatever little they could do, and I could help them. So my poetry is not, of course, I was influenced by my teachers and I came to this profession, but this is especially for the children who didn't get a lot of exposure. They were in the mining area, very limited resources, not even properly, forget about computers, the newspapers and all those things. They were all mining labor children. The fathers were drunk, the mothers were like the housemaids type. So I always used to talk to them. So this is about, as a teacher, as a light, the lamppost for them. I hope you would appreciate what I have shared. It may be not as a teacher, but once a teacher, you are always a teacher. So some way or the other, it will reflect. So this is about that. Oh, my child, the night is dark and bleak, the waves crashing, reaching their peak. The turbulence in the sea is frightening. The nerve-wracking thunder, chill wind, sudden lightning. The moving shadows casting their spell. What is in store? Who could tell? Look at the lighthouse, majestically tall, amidst rusty wind and tumultuous night, beckoning passengers with flickering hope and all its might. Life is nothing but all seen its vivid shades. Life is nothing but all seen its vivid shades, calm, serene, turbulent, stormy, deep in varying grades. As waves rise higher, accompaniment to sea's grunted roars, the ship of life steadily, determinedly moves towards the shore. My love, I shall be your lighthouse in the dark, stormy voyage of life. Fear not the jittery and unwinding roads of life. Shining my beacon of light across the rough sea steady strives, may my ray of hope will shine, big and bright, chasing your fears like a missile. Your penchant for putting your sail in the rough weather, like children are always adventurous. Your penchant for putting your sail in rough weather and that grin that would last till courage you would muster. Go, my child, have faith in the heavens above, row your oars. Go, my child, have faith in the heavens above, row your oars. I, your lighthouse, will stand alone till the day breaks and show you to safer shores. My best wishes to all the children as a teacher of the teacher community, and as a teacher for the teacher community. This is, I feel, let the joy of guiding small footsteps. Let the joy of guiding small footsteps. Let the bliss of molding youthful minds. Let the pleasure of inspiring innocent hearts. Let the satisfaction of training skillful hands stay with us today and days to come. Happy Teachers' Day to one and all. So this is, I feel generally when I was a teacher, because I taught to such a group of children. So I hope you liked a little bit what I could say. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, this is what a teacher's mettle is made of. That when you see life in your children, and you always remember that you're not teaching subjects, you're teaching people. So the poetry you recited is altogether a very different feeling, because it tells about how special those children are still in your heart. They might have made big in their life, they might not even remember you, but you're still praying for them, you're still thinking of them, and that's what makes a teacher stand apart of the crowd.
Yes.
So I think, though I was a little awry in the beginning that I am doing this hosting with such stalwarts, I believe maybe the divine plan was always, as always, in the right place, because I got to hear such wonderful pieces. Had I not been hosting, I might not have been able to interact with you people. Such wonderful people, such wonderful thoughts. And I think the people who have listened to today's program would be definitely benefited and would have something to take away, not just listen to a poetry, but something to take away and discuss later, introspect, reflect, discuss, and bring about a change in the society where you remember that भारत विश्वगुरु था और भारत को विश्वगुरु बनना है, और ये तभी बनेगा जब गुरु को आप अपना विश्व बनाएंगे, तब आप विश्व गुरु भारत को बना पाएंगे. सो जितने भी लोग मुझे आज सुन रहे हैं, उस बात को ध्यान रखेंगे कि टीचर्स जब आपको आपके टीचर्स दिखाई दें तो आप ध्यान रखिए कि वो आपके सेकंड पेरेंट है, और कभी डिसरेस्पेक्ट करने के बारे में मत सोचिए. So I think we are well in time, but this is the time to close the show, maybe. So,
No, I think
Ah.
I have to introduce the host, and we can't let you go without you sharing about the teacher. And I've been given this role to do it, and I feel so privileged to talk about a person whom I'm meeting for the first time. And I just can't say how much I'm impressed the way you have taken the show along, taken yourself along with us. And as you know, I'm just 25 less than century. So I feel I'm that young. So I always like to be, and one question you asked in the beginning, what is the attraction to be a teacher? You always feel young at heart, because you are growing old, but you are always interacting with the children much lesser, and the age gap is so much that always you have to be young. So that is the fascination of the profession. And when I introduce Deepti Shukla, because this is the first time I'm getting to know her, and when I read this, I said, my God, to whom I am going to introduce, I have no words to say. So they gave me in writing to tell me this. So, but before that, whatever little I've heard about her and the way she being the first time she has hosted it this evening, it seems, I don't think so there is any doubt in our minds that you are doing it for the first time. You look like a veteran in the making, and already established yourself. So many more events for you to host, I think, in the days to come. And I look forward to it. And here is a little description about the person whom I'm going to say. And for me also, it is heartening and very revealing that I have to talk about the person, Deepti Shuchi Shukla. Dr. Shuchi Shukla, an English literature and language trainer for over 20 years. She's also a published author and certified reviewer in both English and Hindi. Writing a book is easy, but reviewing a book is a tough job, because you can't miss a word there. And you have to keep yourself in the writer's mind and bring out the essence of that book. So, reviewer in both English and Hindi, with 4 postgraduate degrees. My God, doing one is like saying, wow. So English, education, psychology, along with the TKT from Cambridge University. She has her PhD on William Shakespeare. You can imagine. William Shakespeare, even today when we talk of him, we respect him with the head. So a Bhopal-based, my native place, a Bhopal-based, happily married mother of a handsome engineer. She is a diehard fan of Jagjit Singh and Enric, and loves to read voraciously on diverse themes. Jagjit Singh, everybody is a diehard fan, I think. All of us. And my God, such a vivid description of Shuchi Shukla. So thank you so much for giving me this chance, Sudharji and Sapnaji, for thinking that I will do little justice. I don't know whether I did that much or not, but Shuchiji, I'm so happy to introduce you, and warm welcome. The stage is yours.
So kind of you, so kind of you. Ma'am, I always look up to you, so getting introduced by you was always an honor. Thank you so much. Since the occasion is of the Teachers' Day event, I have a little piece of mine, which is also titled, as the first participant has titled, Ode to Teachers. But there is a little twist, there's a little catch. I have a reputation to live up to, and my students are of the opinion that I'm very sarcastic. Though I don't believe in that. I think I'm a harmless fellow, and you must have also realized that. But my students think that I use a lot of sarcasm in my writing. So I have written an ode to the teachers, but it's a very different one from the first participant you have listened. So with your permission, here I go. An ode to the teachers. O the teachers, the omnipresent creatures, thou art the soul of all life, yea, still are living the life of strife. O the teachers, the misconcepted predators, thou forever misunderstood and ridiculed, have taught generations to be scheduled. Oh, the teachers, God sent preachers, teaching difference betwixt right and wrong is your deed. Mockery and slander are thy fruit when they heed. Oh, the teachers, never-ending ventures, never give up is thy heart's motto. Yet very few dare to be thine echo. Oh, the teachers, the unformidable leaders, shed thy blood when thou perspire. Let younglings be nourished as thee inspire. Oh, the teachers, the elixir feeders, let thy glory be in the heavens abound, and your absence felt when you are not around. Oh, the teachers, the heavenly facilitators, heed not to the boulders and the scorn, and ye be the sweet rose among the thorns. That's it, I believe, from a small little piece from my side.
So wonderful, and in such a pleasant way you have brought out the essence of being a teacher. And the influence of teacher is outside the four walls. So you have put it very nicely in a very articulated way. And thank you, Shuchi. It was nice listening to you, and the pleasure is all mine.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think for the audience across the globe, all the people who are listening to us, this is the time that we wind up the program. Let us end this evening by paying tribute to our teachers. Our teachers, all teachers, everybody, whosoever has touched our lives in ways unsaid and untold. Young people out there, if you need someone selfless in your life, other than your parents, go look for your teachers. And you can do that any time of the day, any year of your life. They'll always be standing there as a safe scaffold to hold on to whenever you are hitting rock bottom. Caution, disclaimer, love them, respect them. एक छोटा सा शेर, कितनी मोहब्बतों से पहला सबक पढ़ाया, मैं कुछ नहीं जानता था, सब कुछ मुझे सिखाया. ए दोस्तों, मिले तो बस एक पयाम कहना, उस्ताद मोहतरम को मेरा सलाम कहना. With this note in mind, with a lot of gratitude in my heart for not only my peers, not only my colleagues, but everybody who is into this noble profession called teaching learning. Stay the teacher you are, because as Bhargavi ma'am said, then you will forever remain young at heart. So everybody, this is signing off from your host and dost, Dr. Shuchi Shukla from Bhopal. Namaskar, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.